best part about this map, though, it's the upper bracket. So no, it's not complete heartbreak. Like, whoever loses this game, you just get to see two of your favorite teams.
But I love them
having
all.
a crack. You just want them all to win.
I want them all to win. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we have both? Dos enos. I don't know the rest of the term. Either way, Renegades are holding W up mid, straight into the 4-man crossfire at bracket, and it's probably not going to go well. There it is.
That's
Round's over. Oh my.
That was like a 10-second round. What are we watching? Hello?
Well, Extra Salt coming in with the hard counter strat. Renegades probably thought they had the read, but they read the wrong book this time.
They weren't even reading a book, dude. They thought they were holding a book, but actually they were holding the steering wheel of a car going off the cliff.
Took a wrong turn, I thought. Either way, into round number 2, we've already descended into chaos, and Renegades, they have opted to go for the Force Spy. Finally getting to see a few more Tech 9s today. Mostly yesterday, we just saw Deagle purchases.
Yep, that's true. Factual statements by yours truly, Mac. Nice opening pick for Marky. Aggression on the famous up dig side. You can already see Extra Salt kind of playing with a fair degree of confidence. Renegades, they're going to smoke off jungle side of bracket and exert some pressure over there, but in the meanwhile, they've lost Banana.
Yeah, Floppy looking to play from Olaf. And just refreshing that smoke again. Renegades, they were very interested in taking that bracket control, which they have managed to do after using a whole lot of utility, forcing Extra Salt back onto a more passive setup from Moto site and pit. You've got JT as well, sort of just dancing around, deciding which site he wants to stack. Renegades not committing to anything just yet.
Yeah, taking their time. They definitely understand with this jump spot towards half wall that they probably have to go back and take that banana control, and that's what these flashes are all about. Just pushing Floppy off that angle, pulls JT back over towards the B side of the map and keeps the rotations a bit more honest.
The other thing as well to note is that Extra Salt, they used both smokes at the bottom of Banana early, so there's no more smokes remaining on that B site to stop a bust if it was to come in this direction. But Sicko, the spacing between him and Ince is a little too far. Fang finding 3 with the MP9, and it's a very solid start to the anti-eco. Malta, he's got 20 seconds to play with here. He's got the bomb in hand, but he's also got a flashbang in hand. Jumping around a corner into Fang, and that's going to be a clean-looking 4K.
Yeah.
Big clean round for Extra Salt as well, 5 alive.
The individuals on Extra Salt are playing with confidence, like the Riflers, and that makes this team a whole lot scarier. You've got a couple of players on this team who can all play a little bit more on the aggressive side with the rifle and get a lot of work done. Like, even JT, I've seen him do entry work and get the job done with the rifle. So I feel like all of these riflers have the potential to just kind of push and pull on this CT side. Speaking of pushing, straight down middle, I mean, the MP9s are just having a field day right now. So much cash being earned. Alta tries to clean it up, but another quick round, it feels like. I mean, the second one was definitely a lot slower. Renegades opting to slow that one down. But that one was a quick one as well. It's kind of crazy to watch Extra Salt and Renegades here in the conference stage of ESL Pro League Season 15.
Which is in Europe.
Yeah, which is in Europe. But, like, the thing is, you could have almost said when we were watching these teams in their home regions that they probably could just qualify into the group stage. Like, Extra Salt could have gone first place Premier, but unfortunately got upset. And Renegades, you know, scheduling conflicts and whatnot.
Had to go to the major. So unfortunate.
Yeah. It sucks. Sometimes you just got to go play the major. But they could have definitely qualified. Either way, they're both here. So it's almost like two teams that, you know, are almost of the quality of the group stage team anyway, are going head-to-head in this upper bracket. And there are plenty of teams like that in the conference. Seen some great games. Renegades, in the meanwhile, though, yeah, looking to take that back in control, but they're kind of getting disrupted by this smoke. Extra Salt are being active. 2-man Balk setup, that's interesting.
Fang dropping that smoke at a very opportune time. You can see that Floppy's now dropped his at the bottom of Banana, trying to stack that A site. Seems like Extra Salt have an inkling, but that molly has brought Floppy back for the moment. In comes this bracket take from Renegades. Molly to dig, smoke to Arch, and there it is, that bracket control they were looking for. However, they're just going to send it straight past that molly, looking to pick up the pace up dig. Marquee doubling up as dropping into pit. Ince able to find yet another, and there are those entries that Renegades were looking for. Big 2K from Inns and the A site found, but Extra Salt, they're still thinking about going for the round, seeing if they can find an equalizer.
I mean, if they can get some more picks here, Extra Salt, and just make this expensive for Renegades, then that's what they wanted to do. This was kind of a bonus of sorts. The MP9 and the famous OC really wants to try to take a risk here and fight a pick.
Oh, what is going on with that one? Okay, OC here to play floppy, unable to finish that one off, and OC finds all three on the retake, and there's no rounds for Renegades just yet.
What? What was that shot, man?
Out of nowhere, OC. He's got the floppy buff back.
I just want to see the replay. Oh, that's so dirty. He just has such an intuitive sense of where the center of his screen is, to the point where he can just quickscope someone at at that headshot angle. It's beautiful to watch. And that's the round for Extra Salt. I mean, Renegades, they did all the hard yards for that round, and they have been swindled by OC. He's popped his cowboy hat on, and he's yeehawed into the distance.
I love that video. Either way, conversation for another time. We're all here for the CS content, more so than the dancing content from Floppy and OC. Marky, just dancing around your boiler. Get as much info as possible. Playing a dangerous game though, and on the smoke fading alley. Giving away some free haircuts, utilising the AK to its full effectiveness. Getting that bracket control. Renegades finally with a man advantage, something we haven't seen getting that first kill of the round.
Yep. It's got to be OC to go huge, but this is the man you want solo on the small site. Boost up. Can't quite pluck the head of hats. A little bit too difficult of a shot, and this might just be a save from Extra Salt, to be honest. The money's still great, but nothing wrong with keeping it even stronger, and maybe even trying to pull some guns away from Renegades, who should be securing their first here on the T site.
Locking it down. Ali just boosted up here to Fallen. Trying to find a line deep into CT over that smoke. But there's no CTs here to find, and Renegades probably more worried about their own economy. Just going to respect the decision from Extra Salt to save those 3 rifles. And look, Renegades trade it for 5 alive. Starting to build up that economy on the T side, something they need to do as they finally crack the egg and get that first round on the board on their second gun round, which was enabled by the plant in the previous round and the max round loss bonus.
Beautiful tweet on ESL CS, I must say, by the way. Apparently, after the first day of play, highest rated player was Inns with a 1.51.
Really?
He did only play Renewal, though.
Didn't he get a couple of aces?
I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I was casting.
I swear I saw something about that. So
might have seen some clips on Twitter. But yeah, look, a bit inflated because they are playing Renewal. As much as I love my Mongolian boys, they are not the cream of the crop in a tournament like this.
Well, you have to remember as well, Extra Salt yesterday had some European competition. Renegades, they're not going to play their first EU team until tomorrow, and that's if they win. I can't remember who they're going to be playing if they lose, but we'll find that one out soon. For now.
Yeah, he got this retake utility from Floppy. He's the only one on this B site. But, oh, they've dropped him a whole bunch of nades, actually. So he's going to be kind of feigning like there are more players on this site. I feel like Floppy's looking for a smoke that he might have lost. I think it's rolled off somewhere, perhaps.
Yeah.
But maybe it was just that last flash.
It does seem to happen. Had to throw a bit of util to pick up another. There's the smoke. He's found it.
Beautiful.
And Hats as well, just playing anti.
I felt like I could almost see in his eyes that it was like, oh, where is it?
Uh-oh. I don't want to tell the boys I've screwed the pooch here. Either way, Molly's coming through and slowing things down, but also gaining a world of info, bringing JT back in to bolster the defenses here on B. And Extra Salt with 40 seconds. They're thinking about sending Marky across as well.
Let's see if Renegades can complete this 4-on-5. They're just leaving Inns on almost no HP towards this B side of the map. Rerouting back towards bracket, but OC's on the line yet again.
Yes, this time towards the A side of things. Here at Archers, though, going to be falling to Ali. getting the aggressive peek straight through brackets. It's up to Fang to buy some time for these rotations back from Extra Salt in. Spotted, lurking there in the cutout, as Fang can't hit a damn thing up on Nifty, and that's going to be the A site found. But again, 2v3, Extra Salt, they won this before.
Yeah. See if they're going to give it a crack yet again. But JT looking like he wants to save. I feel bad for OC, kind of done dirty there, going leg for chest shot, I suppose, in the AWP duel. Even though he shot first, he still loses the duel. But that is kind of the benefit of that crouch peek. A lot of people say, yeah, you're an easy target, but at the same time, when you're shrinking your hit model down, or your player model down, you know, showing some more leggies. Some more leggies, Mac.
My favourite.
Yes. So, nice round for Renegades, even though they lose that man advantage. I mean, anyone who watches this team knows they can turn 4v5s around quite regularly.
Oh, yeah. Well, from here, Renegades looking like they've got the better economy for the moment. Starting to build up the funds after a relatively clean couple of rounds. Look, 5 alive in the previous, the one we just saw. 3 alive at the end. So, Stonk's going up. And Renegades getting a couple of T rounds on the board nice and early. OC taking the line and allowing Fang to get all the way down mid here, who has not been spotted. Sicko flicks around just in time. Malta falling to OC though, so it's even trades. But Renegades, they get this banana control.
Yeah, and a bunch of these CTs are quite injured at this point. I like this play from Marky though. Deep in towards Carpets, taking matters into his own hands and trying to find some information. This could be the round-defining push. But look at Renegades. They know they got plenty of time. They are walking straight up second mid.
Marky's the only untouched man, though, with full HP. He's just hunting for some form of information here with freezer control. Sicko eyes on the prize. Heads up play from Renegades, expecting that aggression at second.
That's just so hard done by if you're Marky. I mean, he sat in apps for so long and then he peeks out and there's 2 people watching that door.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
OC falling. Missed the shot on the ints this time. And Renegades with the 2-man advantage, just looking to group, looking to hit this A site. JT. He's got 30 Harry Potters to play with here, but he's in a solid position at Graveyard. Might not be spotted initially by Hats, but he's in a solid position to take these isolated fights. Yeah,
solid enough for a 4K, I'm not sure.
Well, time ticking down. And Renegades, they've gone full silent up until the smoke comes through here at Modo. JT's Gonskis. Sicko, big round from him. 2 very crucial kills. An Extra Salt, they've just got Floppy over towards the B side of things. Looking to keep the A1 in play into the next round. But Renegades securing themselves a 3rd. Off to a strong start after Extra Salt stacked on 4 nice and early.
Yep. And even that 4th round, I felt like that was going the way of Renegades until OC was pulling some...
up.
Yeah. Some crazy, crazy shots in that 2-on-3. So, feels like majority of the last 3 or 4 rounds have gone quite well for Renegades. Extra Salt have been doing a good job finding man advantages, but haven't consistently been converting them. And the thing that worries me the most of all for Extra Salt is the fact that, yeah, their money is quite fragile. It's been broken, whereas Renegades, I mean, look at that. Their economy is booming. They're going to have no issues in the next couple of rounds putting these buys together and just keeping that pressure applied. So Extra Salt, they're going to have some great CT gun rounds here, or otherwise it's going to be a pretty T-sided half.
Let's see where this A1S goes. Floppy, sticking to B. Seeing if Renegades come this direction. He's got that 1 smoke to play with. A flash on JT to set him up for victory. And he's going to actually go aggressive. If he can get this pick onto Hats, that was a rifle retrievable. But it didn't work out. Renegades with the counterplay. Window flash at the ready. Big pop. Floppy couldn't see a thing, and Hats peeks out perfectly. So, well-read situation from Renegades. And from here, they just need to get past a couple of pistols.
Yep. And it feels like they've got it under control. Very measured approach from Renegades. Molotoving out all the annoying positions. Just poking and prodding. Working together as a unit. It's what you'd want to be seeing. They're going to even up 4 apiece. It's an interesting map pool. I think Extra Salt, you know, they've always been that team where I'm used to watching them play some of those more tactical maps, like your overpasses. You're getting some Vertigo as well, or you're getting some...
big Nuke fans.
Yeah, well, Nuke's in there, but like Train and things like that, you know? I feel like these are maps where Extra Salt thrives, but we've gotten onto maps where it's like all, you know, a mix of tactical aspects, but also individual skills. So you're going to have to pass the test in both those regards to be the victor in this series. But I think both of these teams are a good mix of both of those things.
Everyone firing up so far. Only Floppy and Malta both sort of having a slow start to the map. Not having huge impact just yet. Either way, Renegades calling for the round the world split into B, and it looks like they're going to get away in this round unscathed, knowing that Extra Salt just have the pistols. They just want to play to survive.
Yeah, see if they can take any exits.
Malta brings it back. Got a little dicey, fortunately for him. The P2, I believe, at long range just didn't quite hit too many shots. OC hoping for someone to exit down Banana. But look, everyone that's over this direction, 70 HP, they're going to be able to survive over towards Broom. JT, hunting for a headshot. Malta cleaning things up there. And there you have it. Have a look at Renegades' kills. Everyone on 4 kills until I said that, and Sicko found a 5th. It was nice to look at. It was, you know, pleasing.
It's a good time for a timeout for Extra Salt. To kind of take measure of how this half is going and what's going on, how Renegades is playing. I think, like I said, they've got their work cut out for them. Like, they're going to have a couple of pretty strong gun rounds in a row because the T-side have just built up such a wealth of economy. Very, very difficult position. Even if you are picking up rounds, you need to do it pretty cleanly. Back into Mutil on a couple of the key players here. Marky's gone for the head armor. We don't have any kits either. So if this makes it into a, you know, late round scenario, it could be difficult. Some of those retakes might be a little bit more troublesome, although sometimes on Inferno you just go, what's a retake?
That's it.
I'm sitting in pit.
I guess that's a good way to look at it, you know. If you are probably not going to go for the retake anyway, then what's the point of a kit? Just win it in the first part of the half.
Yeah, just shoot them all, lol.
Exactly. They are generally pretty good at shooting them, lol. But 3 men early, over towards the B site. Looking for this banana control. JT. Pop flash at the ready.
Yeah, playing contact of OC's AWP on Sandbag. Expecting Renegades to walk up. Floppy's anti.
Oh, OC. This is actually a solid setup. Floppy going to swing on the flash, which is going to pop right behind him. They hear this coming through. Floppy gives away his position, but a solid nade just to zone the T's away. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it's buying some extra time. Molly to Sandbag, and OC now in a very rough position. But the CTs all just facing together, and Renegades know that there was something going on, so they're just going to send it back to A instead.
Yeah, well, even while they were contesting Banana, they were still taking brackets control, just keeping their options open, and they're just going to make the mid-round happen by smoke to Library, smoke to Arch, and going to start to wrap on towards this A site.
JT, bit of blind fire in through the smoke here at Library. Oh, finally connects onto Hats, which he may have heard. But Renegades, they've hit the brakes with 30 seconds trying to figure out where these A-site players are, but it's the double pit setup. Marky can't get too much done. Fang as well, his position now known. Bomb taking a fight over towards Graveyard, but it's worked out regardless. OC's position known, but he's hightailing his way back towards B, and Renegades now looking to take the lead 5-4.
Yep. Just keep on stacking on these rounds on the T side. And this is a scary Renegades. There's a lot. I mean, you know, we've seen a million Renegades games, but I think there's always a noticeable difference between when they're switched on as a unit and when they're not.
Yeah.
And today it really does feel like they're playing quite well and they're switched on as a unit. They can be slow starters. In fact, both of these teams can be definitely slow starters and can be a little bit flat.
That's very true. That's what we saw a lot from Renegades at the major, right? Just really slow starts, slogging it back, almost getting them dubs. But
I mean, even Extra Salt against Sprout yesterday. they were quite slow to start, and they ground that series back. So, you know, even if you see one team, you know, in this case, Renegades kind of outperforming the other in the opening rounds of the first map, don't take it for granted that that's the way it's going to go.
Don't do what Mitch does and
Don't
say, oh,
say
it's over. It's over. 10 rounds to lead. Oh, it's done. It's never done. Not over till Mackie Boy sings.
Yes. And trust me, it's not what you want.
What? Speechless. In a bad way. Now, Renegades with the lead. Just throwing that bracket control. Util, Malta. Not going to go with it, just looking to zone those CTs away, expecting them to be on the digs, which they rightfully are with this financial situation. And Malta just going to be going out on a solo mission as the other 4 boys group up and look to take some banana control.
Yeah, Renegades are not really doing anything to pressure any of these smokes out of the CT side, which as the clock goes lower and lower, this is where some of these rounds can get a bit troublesome. You get the smokes on these choke points on Inferno, and we've all seen how the rest goes.
Nade stack. Missing the mark slightly. That could have really shut JT down. One of the nades doing, what, 50 HP to him, so...
Yeah, I don't think it would have killed him anyway, but would have been nice to get him a bit lower, I guess. Some of these smokes now starting to come out for Extra Salt. We're really running down the time, but Renegades, I mean, it's a pretty no-nonsense approach to wrap jungle.
Well, issue is there's still 2 smokes here on the A site, which aren't going to be able to rotate to B in time. But again, dropping those smokes with the 40 seconds left. And the final one thrown, which was actually dropped across there to them. And now Renegades have to run into 2 Deagles to get into B. They're forced to with the time remaining. Floppy swinging around, but he's only able to get 1. And it's a 2-for-1 trade favouring Renegades, who take that B site. I thought there was a chance for Extra Salt, but Malta now just farming up the ecos. 1v3 in. Extra Salt over towards the A side of things. And there you have it. 2-round lead for Renegades.
You can see Kingfisher in the background of Malta's camp. Just for a second there.
I missed it.
See Malta getting some value out of the lurk, even if it is just anti-eco.
We do love Davo here.
Absolutely. All right, into another gun round. Got the 2 kits. We've got everything we could possibly want for Extra Salt, and I think their objective is kind of moved from trying to win this half super hard to seeing if they can string some rounds together and just keep it competitive, because Renegades are not going to stop by anytime soon. Nice opening pick from Marky, and this is the nice setup between the boiler and the end of Carp's AWPer, but good movement from Malta, avoids his death.
Very solid app setup. Alistair slightly getting Pinocchio, just showing some scope as he flicked around trying to clear out halls.
Yeah, I mean, most standard ever. 4 on 5, we go beat. Hits a small site. So much util here being held by Floppy and JT, though. They could just win the round if they place their utility correctly.
Well, this is the thing. Renegades haven't been conditioning them with faster banana takes, so it's not forcing out that util, but that will start to come through now. Floppy dropping that molly just at the right time. Nades missed the mark, hasn't bounced back and done that extra util damage, but the CT's both facing right at the perfect moment. Floppy has to go for the reload, Sicko unable to double down, and it's all up to JT to hold. Big flash coming in from Fang as well to enable him to dance around for that little bit longer. Another, and JT holds down the fort for 3. Big hold on the B side for Extra Salt.
I mean, that was just gorgeous right from start to finish. The utility layering from JT and Floppy, very, very well planned. They played off of each other perfectly. The smoke onto the choke point over the top in combination with the molly, and then JT refreshes the molly. So Renegades waiting in that smoke behind the first molly, and then they have to run through the second. And by that point, after both mollies start to run out, that's where the rotators come in with the flashes over the top of New Box, and by that point, it's Dunsky.
Well, finally, Renegades going for a faster approach at Banana. Looking to force out some of that util. Offline going to be held here by Floppy, boosted up. We actually see Renegades go for this boost on the odd occasion. Might actually see it in that second half once the sides flip it. OC flash at the ready. Looking to set up Fang for success. They're just waiting for this smoke to come through towards Archers. But it might just be the drop push from Renegades. In comes the flash. Fang now going for the info play. Finds one as well, but the trade comes through from Poiler. OC feeling it. Misses the shot, though, and drops a molly just to retreat back towards the A site.
To the 4-on-4. Malta's very deep up dig side. Right, Extra Salt not giving him any angles. Smoke onto library, actually onto the jungle wrap, rather. Oh, that's, again, another situation where it feels like OC's a bit hard done by with that leg.
And surely Extra Salt is starting to catch on to Malta's lovely lurk towards the A side of things. Something he's very fond of, and Extra Salt, that's it. They started to edge Floppy back towards the A site, and just as they do it, no smoke on the cross, no noise made either. Renegade's going to be finding this B site empty. Floppy in a rough position, but if you look at the health bars on Renegades, if Extra Salt go for this, they could find 3 quick frags.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, nice openers, actually. This is getting interesting.
Oh, and Malta's so far away as well. It's up to Inns to hold down the fort for the moment. But Malta hasn't been heard by Marky, so could get this flank through. Inns just ready. CT's been cleared out by Malta. And the molly, forces him into a rough position. Malta now having to clutch on 10 HP here. And has the back shots, but he's not going to be able to connect. It's JT swinging around. Malta going to be kicking himself for that one as RNG dropping another. Extra Salt, though. Big effort to fight their way back in from the 3v4.
Yeah, good recovery. I think obviously the health being quite low on Renegades kind of messes that up, but overall that should have been a done and dusted round. Like Floppy rotating all the way to CT, you know, loud footsteps, you're on the 4-on-3, you're given a free B site, you should be able to lock that round down, but got to credit Extra Salt, winning all those duels in towards Con on the way back in.
Well, not only was it a 3v4, it was 3v0 at the end, so not losing a casualty on the retake.
Didn't even get a kill.
Very well done.
Right. And even with that flank coming in, you want to see the T's playing for more time, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. It's going to be 6-6 here, and Extra Salt, I was talking about their economic woes. I was talking about how this was going to be hard for them. Hasn't been hard for them, actually. They've been winning some very consistent and convincing CT rounds and really making a bit of a resurgence into a half that is quite challenging from the economic position they found themselves in with the T's. It's having such a bank, they can, as you can see, they get everything they could possibly want access to every single round.
Oof. Looking like Extra Salt wanted to take that banana control, but the half-wall smoke at least zoning them away for the moment. That molly forcing another one out, and Floppy's going to continue going forward, but he's not going to be able to get the readjustment in time. JT's there to trade for 3, and banana has been found as well. Potentially the round, but let's see what Renegades can do with the 2-man disadvantage.
Yep. I mean, Malta has been working this A side of the map quite well, but hasn't found any unreasonable space. Just bracket. Siko's going to join up with him.
Just creeping up here at Diggity. Malta has made it here a few times now. Just not spotted by the Nifty player, but Fang holds his trigger for long enough, and Siko, as a 1v4, he's got to try to win now. Great patience displayed by Marky. 12 HP, just hidden in the smoke.
Yep.
Broken wall.
Yeah, perfect 2-man crossfire between pit and site there. Very well played. And Extra Salt picking up another CT gun round.
Ooh, over the top of the wall here, Marky. Just playing on the bicycle, spotted. And that's the info that Extra Salt were looking for. 30 seconds. Siko would be a crazy man to send it back to B, but we'll see if he can win this Archer's engagement. Elbow spotted, but JT on for the quad kill. Big round from him. 12-5 already on Inferno. It's still a very close game, but the last couple have been have gone really well for Extra Salt.
Yeah, no doubt. Massive performance into Banana. Renegades often so good at taking that banana control, so being able to put them away that convincingly, very, very impressive. Another gun round in here. Renegades not hard committing into Banana this time, taking their time a little more. They've just got those two players up towards T stairs. Peekaboo.
Ali.
Yeah, it's a great AWP duel between him and OC so far. I think OC's fragging harder overall, but in the AWP duel, I feel like Ali's picked him a couple of times.
Yeah, he seems to have. Even when he wasn't on the AWP, when he was using the rifle a couple of times, managed to get those picks, I think. No, it was Diggity. No one standing on the top of the balcony there. Malta just edging forward. Renegades going for a very slow approach sometimes when they take this bracket control, realizing that Extra Salt, after losing men, like to play that slight pit setup instead.
Two-man sandbag setup and Banana. JT just so white, but Floppy's got him covered.
Just in time. So reactive CT setup, and off the back of that, they got one pick, and they're both sending it straight back to A, knowing that there's no control of bracket at all. And the site players need a helping hand, which they might just have in time. JT finding two more again. This man is just putting himself in a position to succeed time after time. Hats now looking to liquid the smoke, but Floppy, almost reading that one like a book. Smoke's faded. Info coming through. No. Not wide enough, but will connect regardless. Hats now has to go big, but he's not expecting a third man swinging from pit. And Markey locks down the round. Extra Salt now with the majority for the half. 8-6 over Renegades.
Yeah, JT's really warming up. These last couple of rounds, he's just found so many multi-frags on that rifle. It's crazy. And like I said, I couldn't be more impressed with Extra Salt on this CT side. You know, it's been so... How many times have you seen a T side start a half like that and it just go like double digits?
Well, where's Malta going? Because Man's got himself the AK no armor, drops some util to someone else. I think he actually might have mowed apartments and...
He's got armor.
Did I say no armor?
Yeah.
My brain is tired. It's okay. But look, something that's not tired are the legs of Renegades. Still going quick. Straight up archers. OC. Connecting for the opening. And Hats now out of the picture for Renegades. This dig control is here for RNG, but again, it's going to be so hard for them to deal with. Floppy playing a sneaky little line there from Logs. Ints falling, so work towards B not having any impact, and it's just Malta, Sicko, and Ali to try to make this work, but Extra Salt in very solid position to stop the push to site. JT finally falling, but the Renegades need to connect here, and it's up to Malta. Man's not going to be able to do a thing because Fang is sharp as anything right now, and we got to go to a halftime break to get into the second. Ladies and gents, don't go too far. We'll see you in a minute.
Do you think you know everything about CSGO? Then stay alert and look out for the DHL drop quiz on the ESL CSGO Twitch channel.
What a first half coming out from Extra Salt on that CT side. Let's see how they go jumping on to the terrorist side. Renegades, of course, just 3 behind Extra Salt at the moment and going into their map pick. Going into their favourite side of the CT side. Let's see if they can get back into the game. And a pistol's a great way to kick things off for them.
Absolutely, but Extra Salt, I mean, the resurgence in that later part of the half, I think it was 5 in a row. They could definitely continue this momentum. But at the moment, starting things off quite slowly. Flashes over towards that second mid, trying to set the CTs up for some picks, but you could see Extra Salt just turtling in towards second mid there. Now going for this carp control.
Making a little bit of noise, jumping into apps. Let's see if Sicko's aware of it. He seems to be. Jumping straight back in to the bomb site, turtling up. Malta forced off with that flash, but the T's starting to push their way in now. Sicko unable to connect onto Floppy, who's going to be opening up a storm. It's up to JT to get pit, which he will, and RNG a little bit further away here at Archers. 2-man deficit, but still looking to go for the round regardless. Nade on Ince. Let's see where this one goes. We'll just bowl it to the back of sight, but he's worried about a peek up from OC. You can see 4 of the T's all crouched and looking to swing off the contact. Marky may just be the point man here, but there it is, JT falling. Extra Salt, very passive approach here. Floppy's head just barely spotted over the top, and Renegades, they're still thinking about going for it, but they've got no kit to play with and no time to defuse. Malta wrapping up way too late from Dig, just trying to figure out where Extra Salt was. But the patience from Extra Salt, just getting them that round in the bag.
I mean, it's kind of similar to what we were witnessing on their CT side for Extra Salt. Like, Marky and Fang were doing such a good job as those A-site players of, like, turtling into the site or double pit. They were never over-peaking. There were so many times where either Malta was lurking carps or up dig, or they were trying to exec A and they got smoked off with that right-click smoke on the site.
Yeah.
And Renegades just waited for them to over-peak, and they never did. And similarly, on that pistol round, they're just giving Renegades nothing to work with. You know, Renegades used to playing in this minor region where everyone overpeaks. It's free kills, dude. But Extra Salt are so disciplined.
Mm-hmm. A really beautiful round from Extra Salt. Now, Renegades looking for some redemption with these pistols. A couple of 5.7s. CZ in the hands of Ali. Deep Friends and MP9 4 hats. As Extra Salt have got themselves 2 MAC-10s to play with, and they're looking to send those boys in. First Marky, getting that info, 5-7. We'll find one, but Fang and Floppy, the double Fs, just coming straight out onto site.
Yeah, I mean, this is scary looking. Extra Salt, I'm loving the way they're playing. Just taking their time, working through the rounds, but when they exec, the entry pathing is on point. All the utility is well-timed and well-placed. And it feels like too much for Renegades to handle at the moment. This is going to be like, what, 7 in a row? Then heading into an well, 2 guns saved over, but mostly an anti-eco. We'll be looking at 7 or 8 in a row right now. And Extra Salt, not only are they winning this many in a row, but they're still playing with the momentum. They're just playing with so much confidence. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, it could be a rough position for Renegades to be in. But Extra Salt, with every round getting closer and closer to victory. Of course, Inferno, it is Renegades' pick, so if we jump on a map 2 and Renegades don't take this one, they could be in for that 2-zip scoreline.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty balanced map pool, you know, that'll give both teams a decent crack. I'm definitely getting worried about them here on Inferno. And the thing is, like, this is where the Inferno pick can come back to bite you, because Extra Salt are definitely no slouches on this map either, so...
Yeah. Even, like, Ince having a bit of a quiet one, considering it is Inferno. But he hasn't had a good crack in the second half yet, hasn't managed to get his mitts on one of those M4s. Malta actually leading the charge, 11-13. Now, what are we expecting here? In this round, you got Ince hoping to find something and call him out. Just going to find that nice 1 dig to kick things off on the eco round.
Yeah, I mean, he's just digging on this B site. The rest of the boys are stacked over toward bracket, and actually multiple in carpets. Marky takes contact on towards that bracket side, but the trade comes in for Sicko, and that's going to be a Galil handed over to him.
Extra Salt. Looking like they're just going to go to the path of least resistance, smashing it straight up. Bracket to A. Sicko pulls his knife out, doesn't clear out Dig. He heard the footsteps, but thought he had an extra second or two to drop into pit. But now it's Hats just trying to maintain some form of map control here. Set up for that retake in the 3-on-3. Galil not retrieved by anyone. It's Inz with the Dig and Hats as well with the saved MP9. Just trying to crack back into sight. But Extra Salt, 2 eyes on the prize there at Archers. And it's up to Inz to make it happen. Shadow spotted, but he's going to be able to land the 1 Dig. Second for the round and trying to find a line. But Extra Salt from the last round, they weren't over-peaking at all. Floppy and Fang looking to swing off of one another. There's the info. Floppy finds that crisp headshot. And Extra Salt, they lock it down the round. But Renegades, they did end up making it costly.
Yeah, they definitely did. And this leaves the window open for some later economic reset. But AWP's out here for OC as well as Alistair. I think this is where CT side of Inferno, we need to say Alistair start to get warmed up a little bit more. He had a couple of nice kills, particularly in the AWP duel. Like, those are big impact kills if you're able to take OC out of the equation. But outside of that, hasn't been doing a whole lot, so...
Bro, you can get calamari for $9. That's a steal.
That's pretty good.
That's all right.
A caprese salad? I'll take a caprese salad. Is that a...
What's a caprese salad?
What do you mean? Never had a caprese salad
Nah,
before.
not usually. I'm more of a mains kind of guy. The antipasti kind of, yeah, put it to the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You just go straight into the pasta.
See, I'm not like Extra Salt. I don't have 14K in my bank to just, you know, throw it all out, go dining out with the boys all the time. I just don't have that.
That's why you missed barbecue the other day.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
By the way, quick tack pause coming through there. And Renegades now 6 rounds behind, going into their first gun round. But that's the important thing. This is an extremely important one for Extra Salt if they want to continue this streak of rounds.
Yeah, they got themselves a nice little buffer, and they're definitely streaking away with the momentum, playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're playing some beautiful CS. Renegades, not much space for them to work with. They need to start turning this around now.
Ali, at least getting the AWP in play. Hat's going to have a nade out for a moment. OC, though, already on the corner line. Molly going to force him away. There's big damage onto the T's with all of this utility.
Yeah. Utility very nicely layered in there. Does give Extra Salt pause for thought. They haven't taken that banana control. Nice nade. That's beautiful. Renegades really just chipping away so much damage at Fang and OC.
Yeah.
Who still will get this banana control, and it's not like Extra Salt are doing nothing in the meanwhile. Utility set to take this bracket's control. So Renegades, look, they've done some chip damage, but they don't necessarily know that. And also they've lost all their info. So you've got to get in the heads of Renegades right now. They feel like this is a bit of an awkward situation, most likely. They're running out of util. They've only got mostly counter flashes, and they've got absolutely no idea what Extra Salt's late round looks like.
Well, Ali's here. He's got a molly and a flash, and he's going to try to play the off angle. However, it's dangerous knowing that the T's could just be liquiding that smoke. In comes this utility. Smoke starting to be thrown. Fangs, he's looking for opening. You have Ince just hiding at the backside. Ali trying to draw as much attention as possible, acting like he's the only one there. And Ince just waiting for the perfect time to strike, but he's spotted. Bit of a spam through the smoke. It's going to be Marky actually to clean up Floppy as well as Ince, but it's a 4v4 and Renegades, they're hunting for the retake.
Yeah, there's so many low players here as well. They should be able to clean this one up. Nice flash over the top, creating a bit of space to come out main here. They've still got that Coffin's control, Mac.
No nades, no mollies. It has to be the rifles doing the work here. You've got Ali still maintaining that control of Coffin, and the other three just trying to smash their way in. OC finds the first and stops this retake from happening. Malta and Sicko already backing away. Renegades not backing themselves at all, and Fang, he's not going to be able to make Malta fall. Ali's trying to find a little bit of extra space to save, and in comes all the kills we were looking for Renegades. However, it's the round inevitably going to Extra Salt.
Yeah, no, this is where you have to avoid those traps of being an armchair analyst and knowing that you can see the whole map. Renegades has absolutely no idea about that chip damage on B.
Yeah.
From their perspective in that round, they've been robbed of all info, and they're sitting back in a 2-3 setup right in the backs of the B and the A site. Yeah, it's not necessarily a situation where you're feeling super confident and super sure of yourself, so...
It's it was one of those situations as well. I did see, you know, reactive util thrown by the A-site players, but then when they went for the retake, they had nothing. They had 2 flashes. That was it. Hats, though. Big spam nice and early. Finding the head of Fang.
It's a good start.
And Ince now looking like Renegades really want to fight for these extremities. Banana Control is there for extra salt. Ince, that shadow just spotted as the smoke was fading on the wall. Not in the most strong position.
Hats had a flash for him. I thought that he was going to send him through, but
Yeah.
sometimes Inns does those plays and they work out. Not this time, though. Oh, my God. Marky is so sharp.
He is.
Just solo entry bracket. He's like, all right, A's done.
And
Let's
that's the
go,
rounds.
boys.
That's it. Ali pushing dry, but just a little too late. He couldn't find himself anything close to an equalizer. And look, 2v4, Renegades, the economy definitely in question. Ali's going to want to keep the AWP alive. But again, since he's had the AWP in play, he's only been able to find 1 kill with it. So not a huge amount of impact. He just can't get himself into the right positions. That being said, Extra Salt doing everything right in this round, and that's enabling Marky to stand in brackets and get a 2K. Man's just sharp. Even, it was, you know, arguably, it's like a touchy subject, but with the man advantage, Ince going for that aggressive play.
No, I wasn't vibing that. Totally agree. But it is Inns. Hard to criticize the man.
Some days he's got
We're
the best read.
We're mere mortals, Mac. We don't get it.
That's it. Some days he's got the best read and he's got the best stats in the whole damn tournament. And then today, it's not looking like he's having the best day at the office. JT, however, you could say something different about this man. 18 and 9. You know, impact frags in the first half, mopping up in the second.
Dude, Extra Salt is just vibing as a unit. All of them are fragging across the board. The strats are on point. The game didn't start well for them. Like Renegades, it was 5-4 or something, right? And that at that economic situation on the T side, I was like, this is looking like a great game for Renegades. Totally wrong. I've actually cast a cursed it again.
You did.
Because Extra Salt is slamming them right now.
And all Australians who have decided to stay up till 3:30 a.m. watching this game, please let your rage out on Twitter or in Twitch chat at PilskyCS, and I'll be there raging with you because it'll be fun just to yell at Mitch more.
I'm happy to take one for the boys. It's fine, guys. It's all good.
Alternatively, all NA players, NA watchers in chat, please PilskyCS and say thank you for the caster curse. Go in your favour.
Yes.
Well, Extra Salt looking for a bit of apps control now. Focusing on bracket more so than Banana this time. Ali, there's the impact we were asking for. He managed to save the AWP across into this round, and there's a man advantage. Now let's see if Renegades can change things up.
Yeah, they need to convert. They've got Banana in the meanwhile, as well as that man advantage. So Extra Salt, they've got some decisions to make. Still got Fang hanging around towards T stairs. Alistair at the re-aggression. Oh, man. At 14-6. Renegades do have the comeback gene, so... Look, it's better late than never, I suppose.
At this point, Ali's saying, you know what? Maybe I do have to start to get a bit more aggressive. Maybe I do have to beat the AWP in Alistair that everyone knows and loves. JT looking to liquid the smoke. Sicko gets the info, but he doesn't want to commit because he's got that Famous in play. Rap coming through, but the CTs doubling up as they push through apps, push through dig. Clear out A with so much information. JT looking to go for the Rap now on the B side. Players holding strong for 1. Hats now. Just have to buy some time, but OC, 30 seconds. Worried about this flank coming through, and if he can connect here, he can give himself a shot. CT's close enough to go for the trade, and Ali, huge round from the man. 3 kills.
Yep, much needed. Gonna need to see some more of that from him, as it is another buy round coming in for Extra Salt. If you get 2 on the trot here for Renegades, they can reset that T-side money and try to get closer to the double digits.
Orps just laying down the groundwork for both teams now.
Yep.
And Renegades, is that the momentum shift they need? The 1 round to just change that mindset. Try to get a few on the board, or is Extra Salt going to lean on the little bit of economy they had left and pull another round out of their hats? Marky, oh.
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Not the first time Ali's been Pinocchio this game. Great patience from Extra Salt, just expecting some change of pace, and Renegades hasn't worked out for them this time.
Yeah. They've got a lot of players over towards the B side of the map, and Extra Salt's picking up the pace.
He's going to drop that smoke on the molly just to try and draw some more attention. Goes into it instead after getting the trade. Bring it back to the 3v3, but the util starting to rotate in. Sicko with that flash. It's come through late. It's peeking early, but it doesn't matter anyway because he's taken the head straight off of Fang OC. This man can definitely change the tides of battle, but it's going to be Marky to fall. And OC's position known. So there's the first. Oh, almost gets a chance at the second, but Ince will come to trade. And Renegades 2 in a row, taking themselves to 8.
Yep, and now they get a chance to build that economy in an anti-eco. We'll put them closer towards the double digits. Lovely monster.
Goes down like a peach.
I don't know if they have a peach flavour.
I think they do.
Hope so.
I haven't. I just haven't, Mitch.
Yeah. Renegades haven't either, for the most part. But they're starting to.
Let's see. It looks like it's going to be a dry pop through smoke at bracket. Sicko playing on the corner, so should be able to fade away. Man's got a helmet too, so the Glock's not going to be able to get the one tap, but there's that info. Now Extra Salt looking to try to go strength in numbers, and it doesn't work out. The mop-up comes through. Sicko gets some redemption for his life. Rest of the boys stepping up, eating up the ecos, and putting on a third in a row. Renegades finally starting to find their feet here in the second half. The question still is it too little too late? Because they're 5 rounds the deficit. Extra Salt just need 1 more to lock in overtime, 2 more to lock in the map. And they've got a full buy coming through again. No AWP for OC though. Where are we going to see him go? Looks like you've got Fang trying to solo sell that banana control, and it's kind of works.
Yeah. Nice damage onto Marky though. Shot through the wall from Alistair. Extra Salt seemed like they wanted to go for cups and dig side. Flash over the top will put Floppy on the line for now. But Alistair with still info towards brackets does relieve some pressure on the CT side. But again, they're playing with, outside of that brackets info from Alistair, they're playing with very little info, Renegades. And as such, they're going to throw some retake utility towards B. Clear that out.
Information denial with that wrapped smoke, but it has forced Ali deep into Arch, who's just going to be holding from CT.
Yeah, this round is like, the difference between a win and a loss is just this entry. One entry from one of these Ts, and this round could be really done and dusted with the passive positioning that Renegades are in right now.
Well, Ali's fired the warning shot and decided to rotate after giving that line to Hats, hoping that it's going to force Extra Salt to come into B, and it's worked a charm. However, Flash is a little bit too strong. Got that push from the CTs, as Ince is going to be able to spam away for 1, but big damage on 2 more Extra Salt players. Unknown to him, though. Take boost about to come through. Ali just trying to draw attention over towards Coffins. Marky heads up, eyes on the prize. Floppy peeking on the fading smoke, and it's put Extra Salt back into the driver's seat. Ali, though, not going to be going down without a fight. Brings it to the 3-on-3. Marky, Manslow, stuck at the back of sight, but Sicko's fallen. Floppy's popping off for 3, and Malta 1-on-3. The man is not going to be backing himself, just wrapping into Con.
That was beautiful from Floppy. He completely took over that round.
He's got time.
Hold on a second.
And he's going for
Floppy,
it. 3,
Floppy needs the 4K.
2, 1. The Floppinator locks it down. Malta was hoping that Extra Salt ran that little bit further. And look, he had a crack at it.
Yeah.
Props for trying.
That was massive from Floppy. Absolutely massive round from him.
Huge.
The peek, the aggressive peek into main on the timing through the fading smoke made all the difference in that round. He actually picks up Alistair peeking coffins there. He got all the crucial kills to lock that one down. And obviously, stop the ninja defuse.
Yeah, that too. That was
pretty
important. Staying close enough to Banana to make sure that no ninja was a possibility.
Yeah, that's the regress I was talking about. I actually missed the fact that he got 2 kills in main.
Really popping off. He did have a very slow start to the map as well, but as you mentioned, everyone from Extra Salt bringing their A game.
Yeah.
There's no real standouts at the moment, just, you know, a couple of big multi-frag rounds from JT, but then the same can be said for Floppy, OC. Pick a player. They've probably done it. Now, Renegades. They've dropped 1. They need to string 6 together to play for overtime. And that's a big ask because they haven't...
Neither one of these teams have got any bloody loss bonus. And they're both broke, so this is a big round. I mean, obviously Extra Salt would be great for them to win this round, but Renegades could really use with a round like this, even upgrade some of those MP9s.
Ali, whole lot of pressure on his shoulders. Gonna play a tight line. Molly towards Logs, and oh, he's gone forward. Nowhere to fall back to if JT decides to go for a swing around the corner. Oh, Extra Salt, they're all here, but Ali's gonna get away with murder. Staying alive.
There's no way he should have had that. Should have gone down for free, 100% there.
I was watching that unfold, and I was just thinking, Ali is
How
dead.
is Extra Salt going to lose this round? This
I
is
know.
absurd.
After that situation.
Well, look, 3v5 into the B site. Still definitely could work. Get some good shots in here on the entry. Alistair is low and armorless. Hats has got no util. This could work for Extra Salt.
Okay, front sight smoke comes through, but so does the swing from Hats. It's a 1-for-1 trade, still favouring Renegades, but Ali alive on the back of sight. Ints as well heard on his rotation through, and Floppy knows that this is his moment to strike before the player gets over towards Coffins. But again, with 20 seconds to get to site and plant, Ali connecting in towards Barbecue. OC trying to get that spray transfer happening, but the man is in a very rough position. Ali not going to be forced to swing either, and Malta late flank comes through to lock down the round. Renegades find the double digits, but still need 5 more.
Yep. Into the anti-eco for them now. Can try to just start to build this economy a little bit so that they don't have to go without if some of these rounds get close on the comeback. But yeah, I feel like that should have been it. Like, that round should have been done. Alistair was solo towards B. He probably should have died there on the jump spot. And that should have been the map, but sometimes the timings have something else to say about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's how CS is.
That's one of the rounds when Renegades go back and watch this game afterwards, Ali will just be like, how did I survive that?
They should have just lost there, but
Yeah.
look, they're still in it. And I said before, right, these guys are no strangers to a comeback. Even at a, high pressure scenario, overseas event.
Well, let's see how Renegades anti-eco is.
Oh yeah,
This is the
maybe
Australian
even harder.
round to lose.
Even harder than a comeback is anti-eco. Those bloody pistols, mate. Carpets pop. OC setting himself up with the util set.
Issue is that I'm seeing with this one is you got pistols coming at you and you're playing close range with 2 CTs. Dangerous position to be in, considering P250s are extremely dangerous weapons, especially on a map like Inferno with all these close ranged damn angles. So I'm kind of worried. But look, you got Ali looking to lock down the port from a little further back. There's the Bink and Malta fully blinded. Sicko able to farm up for 2. JT trades, but it's looking A-OK for Renegades. In comes Ali to sweeten the deal. Put
Not
the
bad.
old 15-11
MP9 lost, upgraded to a FAMAS.
point to heaven.
What?
Huh?
What?
Nothing.
Okay. 4 in a row. They can do it. It's doable. This is one of their more comfortable CT sides. Extra couple of nades. In small.
Yep. Good place to leave them. Nice and safe there. And we did see a lot from Extra Salt of the nade leaving going on. I think there was some from Renegades, but we haven't seen a huge amount of, you know, that third man going over early, then going towards the A site from them. Floppy falling. Big round. A big pick for Malta to get, rather.
This is a pretty low utility side round for Inferno. 2 of the smokes were invested straight away on towards jungle side as well as half wall from Extra Salt, and now they've thrown another one onto jungle side. They really didn't have a whole lot of Molotovs. Makes it quite hard to take map control, especially towards this banana side, and clear out some of those angles a little easier. And obviously, losing the card pick and then losing a player on bracket, or boiler rather, never helps. So this gun round definitely hasn't gone the way Extra Salt would have wanted. But if you're going to lose any gun round, it's not a bad one to just get this low util one out of the way, I suppose.
Yeah. Nice molly from Inns there, by the way. Just forcing the T's to try to fight here, and that's the info that Renegades were looking for. The back of it, Flash, perfect to get Fang in towards Paul. And he's looking for a little bit more too.
Yes.
Man's going to be swimming his way straight to site. No more defenses here as Inst now just has to wait for these rotations. Renegades still have that man advantage and a whole lot of util to retake, but let's see where it goes.
Yeah, Sicko's towards banana side. Ooh, re-aggression from OC. JT's got a pick in the meanwhile, and he's put into a 1-on-2 on low HP.
Oh, it's going to be rough as Ali goes over the top. Man's not stopping. And he's really starting to fire up as it gets to the pointy end of Inferno. 12 now in the bag for Renegades. They just need 3 more rounds to take us into overtime for map number 1 of the series.
Bomb plant puts Extra Salt in a position where they can technically buy, but not with great U2. I really wouldn't mind just seeing the pistol half buy here.
What I was going to say before, by the way, is what I've noticed from Extra Salt is they've got good spacing when you're looking at them on the map, but they aren't able to get these trades off, which is what they were doing at the start of the half. They were all swinging together a bit more confidently and getting those trades, getting that map control. It just doesn't seem to be working out. It looks like they've changed something up.
Yeah, or even just getting a little bit sloppier as the half goes on. Sometimes just naturally happens that way. Well, another dig round here for Extra Salt. Gotta be careful of those.
Fang now hoping to catch the 60s with util out, which he does, and he's going to find that double. No way, it doesn't end on the Deagles, Mitch.
I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? Renegades absolutely scrambling at this point in the 3-on-5. Locked out of B, CT smoke gets dropped instantaneously, and JT going to try and get that bomb down, but delayed by the Molotov, at least for now.
Well, there is still a space to make this happen. Molly not spreading. If that was me, it would have. Sicko holding down the 4, but Fang having some more impact with that M4. Sicko. It's had a relatively decent game. 2 for this round already as Malta is coming in.
I think he's
Watching that
Marky.
back. He's waiting for the wraps. Sicko now just spotting at least 2 of the players, but they're trying to figure out which one to take. OC falling eventually, smoke onto the bomb, and there is going to be kits to play with, so 5 seconds is all it's going to take to go for the defuse. Floppy trying to connect there, but Malta sticking it, and Renegades are going to defuse in time. Oh my lord!
It shouldn't be that hard. It's just an anti-eco.
I didn't know who won the round. I was like, wait a second. Who did it?
It's just pistols.
Oh. Well,
I mean, Fang, that was a hell of a 2K. Creeping up through the fading smoke. Another round that should have gone the way of Extra Salt. Like,
that kill came through on the tick.
On that point, they should have had these like a bunch of these rounds. Feels like Renegades, I don't know what's going on today. They're getting a little fortunate in a couple of situations. And now they're in touching distance of the OT. 2 on the trot is what's needed.
Well, look, Malta. He does like the idea of going to Malta for Pro League. For the next stage of Pro League, rather. Extra Salt still 1 away. Bomb planted again. So the economy stabilizing even though they're losing these rounds. Renegades able to get A1Ss on the board. Full util. And sending 3 towards B nice and early. You got Ince on site with a flash at the ready. Ali might just peek off the back of it. There's the bank. But look at this again, Fang in the smoke. Ali's going to be able to find one over the top. They're not expecting Fang in the smoke. Has fallen. Ali escaping somehow. Man's gone back for more, but he's fallen to OC.
Now, man advantage here for Extra Soul, and they've got that banana control. Other two players starting to work some carpets, as well as over towards Brackett's side. Sicko was looking for a pick toward Brackett, and he's well aware, like, something has to happen. One of the Renegades has to get aggressive and find a pick here.
Ooh, Malta was hunting for it. Sicko, one and done position, couldn't connect, and things get harder for Malta. And Inns Malta going to be looking the wrong direction, and it's up to Inns. Man, he had a big day yesterday, and he's going to have a big round right now. 1 on 4, but he's at least managed to cheat some timing, getting all the way on towards Bracket. But that being said, Extra Salt 4 alive. Solid positions just to swing off one another and trade. And there's the first untouched. Inns now pulls out the flash, and Extra Salt finally close things out here on Inferno, taking us all the way to the end of regulation. And it's time to send it back to the desk after the break and see what they thought about that one.